Hello everybody and welcome to Ratchet Deadlocked. Yep, I just got done recording TOD, which this will be showing up after TOD. So, there's that. We'll be playing on Gladiator because why not? It doesn't fucking matter. Any of these save slots work, I guess. So, I'm tired of waiting to finally do Ratchet and Clank, or I should say Ratchet Deadlocked. I've been wanting to do Ratchet Deadlocked for probably years now. But I've always kind of kept it as that game that I was not allowed to play unless I played it co-op because, well, as you know, this game has co-op play. The problem is, every time that we go to record, we never end up doing it. We just either decide not to do it, or I think to myself, it's not a good time to do it, or something happens to where we just don't do it. Well, today we're doing it. I'm doing at least a single-player run of it, so there's always a chance that I can still do co-op. It's not that I had to do it co-op. It's just that it would have been better if I did do it co-op, because I'm sure you guys know this game is, well, again, has two-player. But we'll see what happens. You know, I don't know. I'm in the mood. Let's do some Ratchet. Because why not? I might even do like 3 Ratchet games in a row at this point. Who knows? Because I still don't know what my next game is. I feel like I want to do more stuff. And right now, Ratchet's been like the thing I've been really wanting to do. So I may even do Ratchet Reboot. What a surprise that'd be, huh? Oh yeah, so Ratchet Deadlock does not work the same way that Ratchet and Clank normally does. The combat is very, very centered around the idea of shooting. Which, again, I've mentioned this before, but, you know, I wasn't a big fan of, like, the direction that Ratchet fully went into in terms of, like, just becoming a shooter for the most part for a lot of the games. Like, I still preferred the platformer aspect of Ratchet 1. Yes, the sequels did have that still. But I'd be hard-pressed, and I'd be lying if I said that Ratchet Deadlocked, even though it's mostly just a shooter game, I would be lying to you if I said that I did not like this game because of it just doing what it does. That's bullshit. That would be complete, utter bullshit. So, yeah. What else can I say besides it's Ratchet Deadlocked? I don't know. I actually had a little bit of fun playing that other game. TOD. So this was definitely, you know, up my alley of things to do. And why not? And plus, it's not really a long game either. You can beat Ratchet Deadlocked within like a few hours if you really wanted to. And yes, the point system, the difficulty system is sort of like it's a pseudo ranking system, so to speak. When you finish a mission, which this game is entirely just based around, the concept of this entire game is the fact of doing missions. When you finish a mission, you'll be ranked by what difficulty you beat it at. Like, if you beat it on Gladiator or whatever, like I'm doing now, then the game will say, there you go, you get 3 stars, you beat it on Gladiator, good job. And so forth and so forth. I don't think I've ever beaten this game on very hard that I'm aware of. What the fuck's going on? Let me guess, it glitched out already, didn't it? Okay, I see. Okay, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to really say. Yeah, I never really beaten hard mode. This game is just, it plays like a shooter. I'm not getting all the skill points. I've done that before. I have platinumed this game. I'm pretty sure. At least, I hope I did. But yeah, so, regardless, I'm also playing this on the streaming service to make my life just a little bit easier. This game, it was on PS3 and PS2. Like, you can buy it on PS3, but my PS2 and PS3 are fucking wonky. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know why they just sometimes work with recording and sometimes just decide not to. It's just a weird fidgety nonsense. But yeah, the strafing in this game is not the same as it is in like Ratchet 3, or even I think 2 had strafing too. Then like it started the strafing. Yes, 1 had strafing. Believe it or not, 1 actually had a strafe mechanic. Don't let the 1 haters tell you that it didn't. Although they're not wrong when it comes to the strafing being not very good in Ratchet 1. So, they get a point on that one. I still love Ratchet 1. I don't care what anybody says. It's the same thing like with Spyro, where I like Spyro 1 for the simplicity of it. I don't need a game to be, you know, a big giant game full of content. But I do like Ratchet 3 though, so I like it enough. I think Ratchet 3 is enjoyable enough, yeah. Usually whenever I play Ratchet 3, I have a decent enough time. There's just aspects of it that I wish were a little different. Like, I wish it was not so leaning heavily into the multiplayer aspect of it, but more so the classic way of just regular Ratchet games, you know, platformer-esque. Alright, so yeah, these guys can take out shield enemies. That's going to be a very common thing. Also, the button layout's a bit different. You can hit triangle to switch weapons like you normally could in any other Ratchet game. But the key difference now is that you can also use R2 to do so. And L2 is to go into first person, and L1 is also to jump. This game is primarily made with the idea of shooting in mind. So it works around that in a really well way. Mods will be something I do probably later. I don't really need them right now. Yes, I know I was about to say right there. I was about to say, mods, get this guy out of here. But hopefully we finish this game within a pretty decent amount of time. I'm going to say probably like 3 hours. So probably like three episodes worth. I don't know how long an episode's going to be, dead offhand, but probably like 45 to an hour, the usual, give or take. So kind of expect somewhere between that. And yeah, something else I wanted to mention too is the strafing is already kind of integrated in the game. You don't need to worry about the strafing aspect. And yes, you can only destroy these things when their shields are down, which sucks, but luckily when the shield goes away, they don't really return. And mods are good. Mods do play a pretty big impact, a pretty big thing in this game. Not gonna lie, they do help out. They're not necessary, and each weapon can have not every single mod. There's tons of different versions of mods. Like I think Time Stop is one of them. Not every weapon can carry every single type of mod. However, a good portion of them can. And usually I have a very specific way of modding my weapons. I like to have electricity on my automatic weapons. I like to have napalm on weapons that are explosive. So forth and so forth. One of the skill points in this, I think, is shooting down all the cameras, but we're not doing that. Mission at hand right now is pretty much just getting across. So let's just go ahead and do that. Eventually, as you get through this game, your buddies will get upgraded, and then you can use them to help you do things, such as turning bolts, which is what they're doing right there, and even a shield that protects them while they're doing it too, which I can do this right now, actually. I didn't think I could, but the thing about co-op, though, like this game was made for the purpose of co-op. Like, it's pretty clear. The reason being is because of the buddy mechanics that you have in single player, like the little robot buddy mechanics that float around you that help you from, you know, enemies, you know, trying to hurt you while you're trying to do something. And in the co-op side of things, you could just have your friends protect you and blow shit up while, you know, you do your thing, or vice versa. So single player actually does work. This is not the same concept as what game does it? There's a game out there that, like, it's better to play with. Oh, Metroid Federation Force. So, I must have Metroid Dread Federation Force. Metroid Federation Force is a multiplayer game with a single-player ability, but you're better off playing with friends. That is the unfortunate part of it, though. I have no one to really play it with. And no one would really want to play it, and plus I think 3DS is technically down anyway. I don't think there's a way to do it. Not like I would either way, but still. Although, I mean, they did introduce that local play thing from... I think DS might have actually had that too back in the day. But local play when it comes to 3DS. Like, I remember Luigi's Mansion 2 having that. Because I didn't really play a lot of... you know, DS and Wii Online or anything like that. So, I'm not really familiar with all that stuff. By the way, maybe not every single level, but a lot of levels tend to have like these extra little like bolt thingies that you just, you know, your money, like just little money deposit, whatever, treasure chest thingies. They're basically a treasure chest, goddammit. Let's just call it that. Let's just call it what it is. So, be on the lookout for things of that nature. And this game, it does have a challenge mode, and challenge mode does make your weapons go up to level 10. Now, you might think I'm crazy for saying that. You're probably thinking like, well, hold on, wait a minute. I know Ratchet Deadlocked, and I know you're fucking lying. Level 10 my ass. If you know Ratchet and Clank... If you know Ratchet Deadlocked, not Clank, but, you know, just regular Ratchet Deadlocked, then you know for a damn fact these weapons go up to level 99. They go up to, I think... Actually, I think it's level 10 in first campaign, and then it's level 99 in the second campaign, which sounds insane. And when I first heard it, I was like, oh my god, that sounds impossible to do. It's more so a flare. It's a trick. It's not really that it goes up to level 99. It does, yes. Like, the numbers do go up to level 99. The thing is that every time you reach 10 levels in challenge mode, it will give you the upgrade screen for saying, hey, you did it, you upgraded your weapon. So in all reality, you're basically upgrading another 10 times, but they have this effect that makes it seem like you're upgrading your weapons, which technically you are, but... And they also upgrade so fast on, like, to level 99 that it's just, it basically... Like, every 10 levels, it levels up so quick. It's pretty much just taking what we have now and just making it seem as if, you know, it's bigger than what it really is. And by the way, for those that are wondering, how hard is the platinum for this game? Is this game... Does it take a while? Is it tedious? Are the skill points that bad? Surprisingly, no. When I was a kid, I thought the skill points were impossible to do. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing all those. There's like a million of them. I can't do that shit. That's gonna take forever. Like, Ratchet 1 through 3, I was fine with. Size Matters and Secret Agent Clank, which, unfortunately, yes, I have 100% both of those before. Well, actually, you know what? I don't know about Secret Agent, though. I think I did when I was a kid, but I don't remember. I could have sworn I did. Well, either way, I definitely did Size Matters for a fact. I know that. Because that was kind of a thing I did for a bit, was play a lot of Size Matters growing up. TOD, never did. Never did all the skill points there because, ugh. But, you know, I did all the classic Ratchets, about said Metroid. And, you know, that's all fine and dandy. But this game, you know, this was one of those ones where it's like, okay, I don't think that's possible. Like, there's just so many that are hard. And then I just, one day, I was like, I want to try them. I want to try to platinum this game. And then I did. And then I was like, oh, wait, it's not even that difficult at all. The skill points, there are a few that are a little annoying, yes. For the most part, for what it's worth, I mean, not really. They seem a lot worse than what they actually are. They end up actually being pretty kind of easy enough to go through. Yeah, I get used to charging this up a lot, by the way. It doesn't take too long to fully charge. And stay back when you're fighting the turret guy so he doesn't get active. That's one thing I can tell you about, a tip I can give you. Also, I don't think it matters what mission you get all the cameras destroyed in. I don't think it matters. Skill points are based on planets, not necessarily missions. I think sometimes, yes, there is like missions that are like, oh yeah, it'd be better to do the skill point then and there, or there's missions where it's like you kind of have to do the mission to get it, but for the most part, you should be fine to get most skill points whenever. It just, again, really depends on exactly what's the skill point in question. I actually don't even hate the turret stuff either. I mean, I don't like doing them that much, but these are really not that bad. Even the hover bike ones are pretty okay. Not gonna lie. Alright, we're basically done. Don't fall off here. I've done that before. And there you go. That's the end of that one. Just get off my ass here. We have 3 out of 15. Nice. Skill points. I'm not going for all of them anyway, so. Alright, this is our first wave-based mission. Level 1, Planet 1, likes to show off a lot of the specific missions you're going to be doing here. for pretty much a lot of the game. There are missions that will be changing, up things, of course, but this is something you have to get used to, is a lot of fighting and a lot of just objective-based stuff. I don't think you even do, like, wave fights that often, except for the main arena stuff. Another thing, too, is this game is essentially... Sorry. This game is essentially trying to build up, like, gladiator points or whatever. God damn it. To be able to participate in the arena. And then the idea is that we're basically stuck on this planet. Sorry. We're stuck on this gladiator war type thing, and we gotta, fight through tournaments, warm our way up, that sort of thing, and then just get ourselves out of here, and there you go. The story's okay. I mean, the comedy is pretty okay, too. I remember thinking this game was funny back then. Nowadays, I mean, I don't know, maybe it still is. It's hard to say, but... Oh my lord. God damn it! I'm so sorry, I gotta take a sip. I'm fucking falling apart, man. Falling apart. We should get, we should have the option to get more stuff. Okay, there we go, finally. Not just from enemies, but we should be able to get, like, them to respawn soon. Unless we do have to wait. I could have sworn we can... You can. It's L2. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you hold L2, then you go into first person. But L2, if you tap it, you got your wrench throw, which is super important. But this guy's going to hit me, because that's just Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, that's the typical Ratchet and Clank nonsense, where you're trying to do something, and then you get hit while you're trying to do it, and it sucks. So, that can happen, and it can eat you. And yes, these guys do tend to do a lot of damage, as you probably noticed. Think akin to, like, classic Metroid, or just Metroid in general, where, like, people, they find it kind of surprising where they take a lot of damage. They're like, what the fuck? Why am I taking so much damage? I'm playing on normal. You know? Well, because the idea is you want to eventually get health containers, so that way when you do take damage, it's almost just like it's nothing compared to what you had. You're basically at like 5% health when you play Metroid, unless you get those upgrades. And Ratchet kind of works about the same way too. Like building up levels and building up, health and stuff does kind of work effectively just the same way. Sure, we take a lot of damage now, but eventually we won't take a lot of damage because we'll have the stuff for it. Something else too, I don't know if this seems to just be a thing that happens on any of these versions of the game, where the game has some frame rate issues from time to time. They were really trying to make this game cool and throw out a lot of stuff. Basically the Dynasty Warriors of Ratchet games. Hey, dying doesn't matter, because guess what? I get to love my weapons again. It doesn't matter, baby. It doesn't matter. It's all good. Ratchet and Clank's all good. Look, dying at Ratchet and Clank doesn't mean you're bad at Ratchet and Clank. It happens. I mean, fucking Deadlocked is going to kill me a lot of times, I'm sure. People like to think, like, oh, if you die in a game that's, made for everybody, it's a game that's made for fucking children. Like, you shouldn't die in a game like this. You should be good at stuff like this. Do you even know how easy it is to die in a game like this? The reason why it works as a game that's good for everybody is because these games have a very, very lenient system of checkpoints and such. They let you keep your upgrades, for fuck's sake. I mean, come on. They want you to, grind and get weapons upgraded and what have you. And play with your weapons and have fun. That's why they're built like this. It works. Look, I wouldn't have probably gotten that if I didn't stay here long enough. That's one extra hit point. That goes a long way. I'll buy weapons soon. Honestly, the bomb one, though, is kind of whatever. I've never been a big fan of it. Flail's pretty good. I usually put ice on that. I don't know why. Electric works the same way, though. And whenever you do buy mods, I think you just buy them one time and it's just good. I think Ideria is probably, like, don't get hit, I think. Okay, these are optional challenges, or I think, well, they should be. But they're not so optional because you kind of have to do a lot of them to even gain access to the next areas. So, the next levels you need to get to. Because again, you got to build up points from these games in order to move on and progress. So, it's better off you just do them when you can. If there's one that pisses you off and you're like, I don't want to do that, I really don't want to do that level, then that's fine. You know, go on to another level and go do it that way. No harm, no foul. As long as you just have enough points to continue on the main missions, you'll be quite okay. I swear I've done a Deadlocked Let's Play at this point, but I don't think I have. I wouldn't be surprised if I had. There we go. Very nice. Sorry, I'm a little itchy. Let's just do them. Let's just get them out of the way. And the reason why I'm playing on medium difficulty is so I can get those stars. So I believe that's actually how you actually gain access into other areas, I think. It's based on stars a little bit, so it might actually help me a bit more if I did. Oh yeah, the whole point of this is just to destroy shit. I don't know if your buddies destroying shit helps or not. Yes, I think it's okay for them to do that. We did build up our big giant attacky thingy. Our hyper destructo bomb ability, but you guys can heal each other, it's fine. Yeah, this mission in question is just essentially just destroy a lot of enemies, that's it. It's nothing special, it's nothing crazy, it's nothing hard, so... Yeah, there you go. I don't know what else to tell you, besides, that's it, that's all you had to do. Oh, this one sucks. I hate this one. Alright. Obliterator and... Oh, fuck. Hollow Shield Launcher sucks dick. It's a shield that only protects you from the front. But... there is a little trick, though. You can level up weapons without actually having to technically sort of do so. Now, hold on. Let me clear that up, actually. Let me make that make sense. So, what I'm trying to say is that you can, in fact, level up your weapon. The weapon I was just talking about. You can level it up by getting on a turret and shooting it down yourself. But it can only happen, I think, through a turret. This mission only sucks because you got to go through this very kind of long hallway-esque thing. You got to go find these. And they're not hard to find, it's just that I don't want to do it. You know, I just kind of don't. Also, Planet 1's skill points are not that hard. We can even check them out right now, and I could... Here we go, challenges. No. What's the planets? Skills, there it is. Use the B6 Obliterator, which I have right now, to kill 20 enemies in a row. On the prowl. Yeah, so there are mission-based ones, but still... Manually turn at least 2 bolts. Complete any challenge using that. Deploy MP on 3 turrets in the challenge. Exterminator difficulty. Find and break 5 jackpot crates. That's what they call them. But yeah, basically a lot of the early Planet stuff are, you know, just run-of-the-mill, pretty basic shit. Like, oh, use only 1 weapon, or get this kill, or beat on very hard. Beat a mission on Exterminator, you know, that kind of thing. So, nothing really too fancy hard. They just seem like they are at first, because, like, when I played TOD, I didn't want to get the skill points because they were so, you know, stupidly annoying for some of them. Like, get everybody to dance in the game, turn everybody into a penguin in the game, and it just, like, it sucks. I didn't want to do it. There, that's the big giant bomb thing. It does a ton of damage, and it kills a ton of people. Really useful, but you build it up over time, so don't waste it like I did. At least you really shouldn't. By the way, jackpots, I think, stay gone, too, so... Once you collect them once, that's it. And as you can tell, Acid Mod does exactly what Acid Mod does. It just consistently burns enemies over time, that sort of thing, yada yada. You also have a 3 quick select weapon. That was something I didn't really talk about yet, but yes, your weapons do have like a 3-slot thing to them now instead of just 2. Which again is just another case of Ratchet Deadlocked being very shooter-based, it seems. More focused on the shooting aspect rather than anything else. And get your chance to kill as many guys as you can now before the thing goes away, so you get some extra levels. There we go, new planet unlocked. Very nice. We did all that within like 25 minutes. And planet-wise, that's it. That's all the planets. Yeah, you need dread points, that's what it was. Alright, on to Sarathos, which kind of sucks. But you can definitely tell that there's like a hint of the obvious Insomniac design in this game. In terms of levels. Because, this planet especially, I think, has like a very Spyro-esque vibe going for it, which you can kind of just, I don't know. I can see that. I can see that. We'll get the mine launcher later. Yeah, don't let your buddies do all the work. Although sometimes it's actually effective that way. I'm not a big fan of napalm, but it does work fine. It just, I prefer, you know, yeah, like acid and stuff. Things that actually just attach themselves to the enemies more so than around, like an AoE type thing for them to walk into. This mission does suck dick too, but what else is new? By the way, yeah, usually every like big level or every level up will give you an extra little bit of a quote-unquote mod, but they're more like mini mods than anything. They're not exactly mods per se, but like right there, for example, for the magma or what, magna cannon, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean. The big shotgun I have, even right here for the dual vipers, I got speed mods, so it's just like a tiny extra little modification that comes with a level up. Rather than just getting extra damage, you also get a small little upgrade, which is nice. And then when you get to challenge mode, it does the same thing for like every 10 levels. You just get an extra little tiny modification, and there you go. But the big mods are, you know, something that actually does kind of come in handy a lot. Every modification comes in handy. Every level up in this game comes in handy. Every weapon in this game is great, except for the Hollow Shield. That one's annoying because, especially if you're trying to level it up, because my god, I hate doing that. Magma cannon. It's just straight up magma, yeah. Oh. But it doesn't even have access to napalm. Because a lot of explosives usually do, but not these. Not just the regular, like, shooting gun weapons, so to speak. Sometimes I put electricity. When I get electricity, I like having on the cannon. Not shotgun. Just a thing I do, you know, it just works. I hate how these guys have to spawn in. They take forever to do that. Oh, cool. We're done. Done with that side of things. Sucks you have to buy your ammo back, though. We got Shock Mod, finally. Yay! I'm fine with Acid for that one. That one's fine, but I'll just do Shock for Cannon, if anything. I feel like it'll make it a little bit different. It also just, I feel like it works better, so, for it, so to speak. Yeah, stand behind cover and let them rip it up. And make sure you're getting close to the turret when you're doing this too, by the way. Also, yes, this game has huge amounts of aim assist. That's just kind of the new lock-on system. There's no dedicated lock-on button. So instead of that, they just made it to where, like, well, you just kind of lock on automatically, and there you go. Which works out a ton. Ratchet Deadlocked is one of the best feeling games. Like, it feels so good to play this game. Especially even for, like, a Ratchet game, which... sorry. A lot of Ratchet games do tend to feel, you know, really good to play, but this is definitely one of those ones where it's like, yeah, this one really knows how to do that. No doubt about it. Wish my switching was a bit nicer here. I don't like having cannon right after Obliterator, though. Not really much I can do about it yet, so... And I'm too lazy to change it. Game? I was gonna say, don't you fucking dare! Don't you dare kill me for that shit. I would have been pretty upset. And it's back again. See what I mean? Back in the TOD Let's Play, it's like my fucking throat keeps, you know, getting shit in it, seems like. And it's just, no matter what I do, I can't seem to get rid of it. And I hate it. Alright, mission done. Because next mission is, well, car mission. No real reason to leave the vehicle at all, because you can just blast through most things here. I think there's actually a skill point for getting all the cameras, too, on this one as well. But the main mission here is to essentially get across these planes and then do the crank bolts. You're better off just staying in the car sometimes. But, if you want, you know, the experience for your guns, well, hop on out and get that delicious XP. I usually only ever do it whenever I'm at, you know, one of these things. By the way, that pod right there heals you. That's its thing. Running into enemies also does damage too, which is nice. I'm about to fall off and die. I think this game has a checkpoint when every time you finish objective, I think it counts as a checkpoint. As far as I remember, it should. So, yeah, I'm just over here talking about everything and anything, aren't I? Son of a bitch. I'm not going to bother with it. I mean, I'm not really like playing this game to 100% it, so I'm just going to do what's needed. Do what I deem necessary to take these guys out. Get some extra kills here and there for the fuck of it. More so than trying too hard to level up, you know, or anything like that. So, obviously there's nothing wrong with that, just that's not the game plan today. It's just, we're going to stick with beating missions and letting that be that. Because it would be better if I did. I'm about to get fucking wiped. But a car does appear, though. If you do happen to lose your car, it will actually reappear. Specifically on those pods. So, no fret. Shock also has a chain effect. No surprise, because, well, it's electricity, so, I mean, it makes sense for that to do it. Oh, yeah, we gotta go over there now. But again, the good news is, I can just go get a new car real soon. We should have a checkpoint by now. And the thing's right there, too, so I don't even technically need one, but it's close. I mean, you don't really need to. Yeah, there's a ramp, but I think you can still jump over it anyway. But this is technically faster. There we go, done, yay. On to the next one. Now it's time for a fight. Although this fight is just more so specifically about essentially protecting your buddies while they do their thing. And the problem with this one, though, is the fact that, like, there's so much ammo crates around everywhere that I end up shooting everything. And then wasting all of my chances to get ammo back. So I may end up accidentally fucking up and, well, you know, might have to redo it. But we'll see what happens. It's these damn scorpions that fuck it all up, though, too. Very nice. I'll let it rip. Why not? Just kill off anything. Just get rid of everything. Because who gives a shit? Oh, I guess anyone does resupply. Okay, cool. Sometimes they don't do that, so I was kind of surprised they did. Remember these guys from Ratchet 2? Kind of. Or at least something like that in the ice area. Although it's actually a scorpion, but those things that pop from the ground that attack you in the snow crystal collecting thing, that's what they remind me of. They're not exactly that, it's just that that's just what they... Yeah, like I said, they remind me of, so yeah. There we go, time to kill, very nice. Don't know what that is, but hey, probably just beat this fast enough, I guess. Alright. Another hoverbike mission. These ones are not even that bad, though. They're really not. I honestly think that the hoverbike actually feels really good, though, too. And luckily, there's not too many hoverbike missions. There are some that are really annoying, but those will come into play later. There's a racing one that shows up. Somewhat kind of like I'd say endgame-ish, or close to endgame-ish. Also got a jackpot, you see that? It's pretty nice, wasn't it? Pretty nippy. Pretty nippy. Hell, at this point, I might end up doing a Ratchet reboot Let's Play. Pfft. I'm just having a decent time playing Ratchet right now, you know? Why not just knock three birds with one stone, right? You know? Ratchet TOD, Ratchet Deadlocked, and Ratchet Reboot. Why not? Again, even though I'm doing a Ratchet Reboot co-op, it's only 2 videos right now, and who knows if there'll be more. Alright, another one of these missions, but luckily, it's not the annoying type. It's just a... Well, actually, this one does kind of get annoying. The point is, again, to kill as many of these bastards as you can, but the only problem is these guys take a good amount of fair shots to kill. And you gotta kill 20 of them within, like, 3 minutes. So, luckily, a fully charged missile does tend to kind of do good damage. But unfortunately, it's one of those cases of it's just never enough. Especially if you happen to accidentally separate some of them, too, which ends up doing that. Separating the damage across the board, I mean to say. But jumping has a weird effect where it makes you kind of a little bit faster, so you can use that to your advantage. How do you know if you're fully charged? Just look at the back of the turret thing and you'll know. Once you get used to seeing it. Like, once it glows like pure blue fire, you know, it's like, okay. At that point, it's basically done. The thing is, like, these guys under the ground, these are technically the scorpions, but you just blow them up from the top. As you saw with the last fight, where they actually just technically are them. Just in the swamps. But hey, just think, we're basically done with this planet. Pretty fast, huh? Already done with like a couple planets within a couple of hours. The only vehicle that sucks, though, in my opinion, is the jet. I do not like doing the jet missions. I think they're really irritating. They're not terrible, but they're really irritating. They actually brought them back in Ratchet Reboot, of all things. So, yeah, get ready to see them again. Luckily, you don't have to kill every single scorpion, but for the most part, you do gotta kill quite a bit of them, so... But hey, I'm pretty fast, and I play a lot of Ratchet, so I know what I'm doing. Alright, we unlocked Kronos now! Yay! Now it's not a time planet. On to the next area. And hey, we might even be able to knock out the Avenger tournament. If we're lucky. Give me 1 second here, folks. There we go. Had to clear my throat again. Alright, this has one of the jet ones too. Fusion rifle? Yeah, why not? Mine launcher's not bad. It's basically just another explosive weapon. But it's fine. So, scope in, you know, you just hold first person view. There you go, that's how that works. This planet's okay. There's not a lot of bad missions here, though. Most of Ratchet Deadlock doesn't have bad missions. But every once in a while, you'll have those missions that's like, I don't want to do that, you know? This one's okay, though. This one's fine. And yes, the turrets are there for your use. However, I only use them for the hollow shield stuff, so... probably not going to get used anytime soon. Luckily, with fusion rifles, or just rifles in general in Ratchet and Clank, you don't have to aim them in to get damage. You just kill somebody without having a scope. I could have sworn there was a game where you're only allowed to do like you're only allowed to shoot the sniper if you're aiming. I could have sworn that was a Ratchet game too, but I don't know. Most likely not, but still. Also, you get used to a lot of the very beginning missions just being very samey in terms of what you're supposed to technically do. As in, like, just getting to a place and then that's just it. That usually ends up being, like, the very first objective you have to do is just like, oh, I gotta fight through these guys and get across or go somewhere. Yeah, it may be very samey, but it's fine. I like just going through and dismantling these assholes completely and doing whatever I need to do. So, I don't like having L2 as my crouch button, though. Because R2 used to be the crouch and then throw button, but now it's like first person and, yeah. Wish it was the other way around instead, but nope, R2 is switch weapons if you just want a faster way to just play the game, I guess. Which does work, yeah, but, you know, I like the classic style of doing things better. Alright, we're almost done, but this one does not have a checkpoint, though, so be careful. Getting to here does not have a checkpoint, and I think dying here might even just cause you to go back, too. It might. It might not, but I don't know. I have no weapons, of course. No fucking ammo left. I have a few, but that's about it. I got these guys, and only have the explosive big giant thing, which sucks. So we'll have to be using, whatever we can to our advantage. Already got a level up. Damn, that was quick. And with an ammo mod, too. That helps out a ton. So probably, like, what, two more shots from it, I guess? Most likely. Okay, I didn't get anything great. That's awesome. Thanks. I'll take what I can get, though, but still, I kind of wish I had magma instead. Alright, let these guys do their thing, and then we hop across, and there you go. Pretty easy stuff. Pretty easy game, innit? Probably should save the rifle for later, like, right now. Because this thing does destroy a lot of stuff. Or at least it can. About to get shot right there. Yep. Well, if these dorks would just do their damn job, I wouldn't have a problem, now would I? Yeah, even though, like, people can attack your buddies, it's... They usually don't, like, you know, go down often enough for it, so it's fine. Alright, cool. Luckily, every mission starts off with a vendor nearby. So you can buy shit. Mine launcher, basically the same thing with, actually, now that I think about it, probably should equip stuff. We'll do shock for that one. And then for mine, I'll probably just do napalm as well. Because I feel like it's probably a lot more effective, again, for bombs to have that. I think you're only allowed to have a certain amount of mines on the field at one time. This is shell shock, I think. There is a skill point for not taking damage, I believe, too, so not like it matters. I'm not going to bother. But still, though, I mean, I think that is a thing. Yeah, mine launcher is actually pretty decent. It has a lot of ammo, kind of, but it has a decent amount of ammo, I should say. It's not a bad weapon, though. Yeah, you don't really kill him. You just let him do his thing, and then he just fucks off. So that's the mission. Pretty much. I gotta get that speed mod soon, because holy fucking hell, I need stuff. Need faster stuff. Just saying. And then, of course, it switches my shit out that I didn't want to switch. And yeah, getting those kills does help out a little bit, though. You do get some decent damage from it. So it's one of those things I recommend doing, actually. Unfortunately, this game's weapon switching is very odd. It switches out, I think, like the third option. So that's one of my upgrades. Look at my kills, man. Come on. Yep, buy shit, because you'll usually have enough money to buy stuff. Ratchet & Clank's always been really good, except for Ratchet 1, about giving you money. Look, I love Ratchet 1, but even I can say for a fact that is a genuine issue. It's just fucking your money system. I get the point of it. I mean, it was the first game, too, so yeah, but even then, still. I think you are able to shoot that, so you don't have to actually just go completely across if you don't want to. Pretty nifty, huh? Good luck trying to get these kills. It's possible, but sometimes I miss them, so. But hey, I get a ton of ammo from this. I think it's worth it. This is where shock comes in handy. Or acid, one of the two. It doesn't really matter. These guys are just a nuisance. But that's fine. What else is new? Yeah, these parts are kind of boring, though. I mean, grind rails have always been kind of just one of those things for me that's just hit or miss. There are sometimes, like, fun grind rail sections in Ratchet, but it really depends. But Ratchet Deadlocked does not overdo them either, so that's good. There are still quite a bit, but not a huge amount, thankfully. Now, unfortunately, though, if you do die, well, that's basically it. You know, you gotta start completely over again, which sucks. Ow! You motherfucker. You motherfucker! Slip and slide? I wonder what that means. I don't know. But I still got it regardless. I do wish you would get an automatic fill and didn't have to pay for it. Like, some games do that, where it's like you just straight up get an automatic fill regardless, I think. That sounds about right, unless every Ratchet doesn't do that. I could have sworn one of them did that, but I don't know. Oh yeah, this fusion rifle will come in handy here. These big guys go down like 2 hits, which is beautiful. And it just helps to do that, you know, distance shot, you know. I don't have to explain it. I do hate how long these just take forever to fucking show me my thing. They are cool, you know. I love watching my guns get upgraded, but it's just one of those things where it's Ratchet Deadlocked. If this was any other Ratchet game, I wouldn't care. But since it's Deadlocked, it's like, man, I just wish it would hurry up. Deadlocked has always been a speed game for me. Like, I just love playing this game fast. I want to go fast. You know, I want to beat it fast. That kind of thing. And it does allow me to do that, thankfully. But there are those moments where it's like, it does slow down a little bit. Speaking of slowing down, I gotta kill that guy that's consistently shooting me from across the way over there. Because he's getting on my nerves. Alright, level up. I think I just fell off, too. Which is fine, because, you know, I get to start over and buy new stuff. Okay, cool. I didn't think so, but I wasn't sure. Ah! Yeah, that's what makes Ratchet Deadlocked kind of a little bit more difficult, though, is there's just always going to be enemies around. There's just always a ton of them. So, like I said, this is essentially just a Warriors game. A Dynasty Warriors game, if you think about it. At least this is probably the closest we'll ever probably get to a Ratchet Warriors. Which I don't know if that would even work, to be honest with you. I mean, it could. I mean, again, because, like, this works, so why not? The B2 Brawler. Funny enough, I may not like Ratchet 2 that much, but the arena's okay. Ratchet 3 had a better arena, but even then still, like, it was okay. Imagine Ratchet 1 with the arena. Oh my god. Pretty sure Reboot did that, but still. I'll buy it. Why not? Just so we have it. Now you guys can see what it does. There you go. You got to see what it does. Basically, just a big giant nothing burger. Kind of. Oh, well, there you go. That's one way to get it. Build up the giant, you know, teamwork thingy and blow them up that way. Pretty easy stuff, huh? I should save my, my ammo, my fusion. Oh, that's it. Nice. And more missions. While I'm at it, I'm getting rid of that crap. I don't want to have the shield on because I don't like the shield. Yeah, sometimes this game gives you full ammo from the start of a mission, but sometimes they don't. It's really weird. I don't know why they're so hyper-specific about things. Makes no sense. By the way, yes, I do love taking those things down. It gives me decent XP, so why not? And hell, sometimes they just stick around to get killed. He kind of didn't, but still, though. Like I said, they still give you decent XP for it, so why not? Once again, another jackpot. Break it, because why not? Especially on challenge mode, I think they give you like a... No, I think they give you a certain amount on challenge mode, though. That's the thing. I don't remember if challenge mode gives you, if the multiplier helps or not for jackpots. Probably not. I feel like it doesn't, but I don't know. Yeah, unfortunately, though... You know what? Fuck the acid mod. We're doing shock. Shock is way better for this, because it's such a... The Vipers are so useful anyway that it makes sense to have shock on because you're consistently shooting things. So why not have that chain effect while you're shooting things? Acid's still decent though, but I'd rather have that. Shock is so good. Sometimes probably a little too good, to be honest. And hey, just think those dickweeds are gone. And there's our end of the level. We're almost there. And you're not going to get any supply drops anytime soon. Fuck you. Yeah, it does get rid of the enemies that you could have fought, but hey. At the very least, I still get decent XP from blowing him up, so I think it's fine. God, I love Ratchet Deadlocked. It's so good. This game is so good. I'd be surprised to find anybody that would fucking hate it, though, but I'm sure there are plenty of people that probably do. Because, I mean, all honesty, it's still not like a Ratchet game, though. But it still has the same formula, you know? Shoot things, get XP, level up weapons. That's still here. It's still consistent. With the frame of what a Ratchet game is, so... I think that's still something. I think this is time for... Jet time, isn't it? No, okay. Defeat Shell Shock. Alright, cool. It also does take a bit to build up that giant explosive wave thingy, but hey. You only need to get that skill point one time in this entire area, so... This planet, I mean. We ended up getting it anyway. Doesn't matter what Shell Shock fight you do. By the way, the tournaments even have that too. There's a lot of just no damage skill points when it comes to tournament stuff. Or when you're fighting just these guys. So basically get used to seeing it. Essentially. Yeah, these are enemy spawners. But I don't think they give you XP for destroying them though. Which is weird, but... I don't think so, at least. Wish I had fucking charge boots by now. We might actually have them, though. No. God, motherfucker. Damn it. Sometimes you do. Some Ratchet games you do. There you go. Let him do that thing. Eventually we'll get a shield that protects our buddies from taking damage and stuff. And like I said, you also get a damage bonus too, which is really nice. There, yeah, save your fusion rifle for this guy. Or Shell Shock, though. Because it does meaty damage on him. Very nice damage on him. Should be one more fight, I think. The law of threes when it comes to platformer games. Although sometimes not very consistent, but... Either way... Pretty sure that swampy water is bad to touch. Pretty sure. Look at that, he also starts with less health too. How nice of him. Just shoot him while he's coming down. What a fucking idiot. Making himself easy. Easy target. That's Shell Shock for you. Barely even remotely hard. To be fair, you could probably argue, you know, a lot of Ratchet is kind of like that too, but... Still, though. I hope that's it for this goddamn objective thing. I don't know. There's still like one more room to go through, so maybe most likely to find them one last time. And those are still popping out. Hey, free kills. Why not? Little bits of XP, but I'll take it. And I believe that the weapons in Campaign 1 do go up to like level 10. As far as I remember. I'm out of fusion, that sucks. Fusion Fall. Fusion Fall, get rid of it all. Forgot I even had this. And the game's just giving me more. It's just like, here you go. Every weapon drop, or every ammo drop is just going to be that. It seems. I guess it's fine. But hey, I got this back, so fuck you, bitch. And now, for some reason, he's super tanky. What's up with that? What kind of bullshit is this? Ow. Those are bouncers. Not the bouncer, just bouncers. Bouncer shots. They hurt. As you can no doubt tell. I don't think this game has a wrench only. No, sometimes it does, but I don't think the bosses have wrench only stuff to them. I could be wrong though. Night Flight, here we go. Oh god. Well, this one's okay. It's not. Again, they're not bad. Just I don't like doing them. That's all. That's the thing. I just don't care to do them. Squares to fly up, X's to fly down. Really weird, I know, but what can you do? The thing is too, like these do feel comfortable to play. Like it's not hard to play these these sections. Sorry again, you know, all this talking is fucking up my voice here. It's not exactly hard to play. They feel good. The vehicles do actually feel really good to play. Just, you know, on average, most people probably just want to play shooter missions instead. I would assume that's most likely the thing that people probably end up wanting to do. I have no idea what the skill point I got earlier was, though, but... Oh, well. Yeah, I don't remember them, like, dead offhand. I know some. There's, like, Ankle Biter, I think is one of them I remember. Look at that. We got a Landstalker on us, too. Oh, hey, it's either we destroy one or we use one, which Landstalker is probably the one of the weaker ones to play with. Because of how slow it is, but even then still, like, I don't... These missions are okay, I just... Depends. At least you have control, like, good, decent control over it, though. I'm glad. Just, man, that would suck if we didn't. If you charge up, like, a full shot, like a full, missile shot, it'll just basically just wipe those guys out with nothing. Even, like, a half shot could probably even do that, too, probably. You can tell there's a swarm on your ass when you see the darker red enemies on screen. And done. Alright, cool. Avenger Tournament has been unlocked. We can just fuck off and go there right now, or we can just finish up this level, because why not? It would probably benefit me if I did. I don't know. It might help me unlock later levels faster. I think the whole point of this is to survive, yeah. Which I might not do this one if it gets annoying. If it gets too bad, I might just say fuck it. Just because. Yeah, the idea is to keep this stuff going. But there's really no reason to. Well, actually, I think there is. Because I think that if this stuff closes on you, I think you die. So, yeah. Might want to keep up with that. You gotta keep tapping right on the D-pad all the time. And hope to God that fucking health shows up. I might not do this one then. If it's gonna be a pain in the ass, I might not do it. I'll do what I can for now, but if I die, I'm just gonna say fuck it. We'll just go on and probably do the tournament or something if I ever need to come back. If I'm ever forced to, you know, play this again, I'll just do that then. The thing is, like, these things are always consistently moving toward you, so you do kind of have to, well, continuously, you know, move, like, recharge them, so it's all about just being quick. Not a hard mission necessarily, but not a fun one either. And that happens. You know, this game has those moments where things just are okay, and that's about it. Nothing wrong with that. Just happens. This just happens to be one of them. There we go. Very nice. Sure, why not? Arena challenge time, huh? Okay. Oh, we're doing another one of these survive long enough type things. Okay. At least I got my ammo back. But I'm going to be a little bit more smart with this and just use Vipers for now. I'll save the big stuff for later because there's no need to go too crazy yet. Unless it's these guys. Then I can just do whatever. Nice. Beautiful. You love to see it. Yeah, unfortunately not every door coming down signifies a round end. Which does kind of suck though. I wish it did, but no, it doesn't. Sorry about going quiet for so long there. I just kind of focusing. I don't know what to talk about. Oh yeah, turrets. Oh boy. Turrets suck. I don't know what else to tell you. They really do suck. They're not exactly hard to avoid, but they are really annoying. I'm going to save that explosive thing for later. I'm going to save it for the boss. In the tournament. Because why not, right? It worked on Shell Shock before, it'll work again. We'll do mines. That's not mines, damn it. I meant this one. You fuck. You know what I'm talking about, game. I don't think we have to fight Shell Shock here, though. I hope not. I'd be surprised if we did, though. That'd definitely be something that they would make us do. Don't worry, folks. We're almost out of here. There we go. See? Easy. And on to the Avenger Tournament to finally take down Shell Shock once and for all, because fuck him. He deserves to die. Because he's getting on my freaking nerves. Let me think here. Yes, this sends you to the tournament, though. Alright, let's go. Budget. Alright, first tournament game is going to be getting kills. Riding on cars. That's all you do. Just, essentially just kill, and that's it. So, have fun. Yeah, destroying those might not have been a good idea because we kind of need them to consistently come out. They'll give you plenty, don't worry. It's just that might have been smarter if I... Yeah, these guys suck dick, by the way. I hate... Because they always get it. They always land a hit on me. Like, always. Very nice. We finally hit a level 5 weapon. Let's see. Yes, you can still upgrade it. Very nice. Oh, I fell in lava. Now I gotta do that all over again. Oh, the hell with it, it's fine. Because luckily this game's not too hard, so... You could just essentially over-level to the point where, like, you'll just beat it. That's how piss easy this shit is. I think the tournament has, what do you call it? Like, global skill point type thing with it? Where it doesn't matter what level you get the skill point in as long as you get it. Well, there's just global skill points in general, I think, so... Like 2-in-1 shot, 5-in-1 with, like, a mod, 2-in-1 with a rifle... Something like that, you know, that makes more sense for that to be a universal skill point. We're running out of time. But it's no biggie. As long as they keep spawning the easy guys to take down, then we should be fine. Speedy, there you go, nice. Alright, now, what are we doing here? What's the objective? Probably just kill and get out and then do whatever? Most likely. You know you're doing good when the game starts to have frame rate issues. You know you're winning at that point. By the way, yes, if anybody's wondering, you can actually hold down the shoot button. Even for a shotgun and rifle. These guys actually show back up in Sights Matters, funny enough. Nah, sorry, Secret Agent Clank, sorry. In the arena. Which, now that I think about it, that's like kind of like a weird thing to do, though. But oh well, they did it, so. At least they look like the same guys. Might not be, but they somewhat do the same thing, I think, too. I like doing this, just kind of knock them away. Gets the kills faster. Okay, cool. Yeah, no need for that fancy double jumping. Yeah, they have like this pin-cushion needler attack type thing. Which reminds me, I was trying to play Pikmin 4 last night. I've not gotten the full ending yet. I decided to start like a new game on a different save file to try out Fierce Mode to see how hard it was. It's not necessarily harder. I mean by a little bit, yeah, but like it's nothing crazy though. And the Needler guy just reminds me of the first boss you fight with Almar. Not only a boss, but whatever you want to call it. First real enemy you fight does like needle things too, so. But I think the more I play Pikmin 4, I think the less I kind of like it, though. I don't really care much for it. It's not bad, it's just... I don't know. Shit. That's the main problem with this, though, is if you miss your jump, and you fall into the lava thingy here, or whatever it technically is, this void shit, you'd be sent back, which sucks. Almost fell back in like a dolt. I'm not getting my vipers. I need them. Oh great, just exactly what I wanted to deal with. But don't worry, I have the weapons to cover for pretty much everything here, so we're fine. That one's done. Next. Okay, it's a platforming challenge. Which is a thing in this game, folks, believe it or not. Platform challenge is actually a thing we gotta do sometimes. Yes, we still gotta fight, of course, but these seem to be a lot more rare, I feel like. You don't really do a lot of... You do enough, but, like, I don't know. In comparison to everything else we do, it's... I feel like it's always just more so... shooting challenge, or just, like, you know, having your buddies do the objective challenge type thing. When I was younger, I would just waste the ultimate move on just anything and everything, it seemed. You fucking dickheads. I knew it. I knew they were waiting to do something. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, the jumping's not great. Like, Ratchet does feel a lot heavier. But don't get me wrong, that's pure skill issue. So I'm not blaming the game for that one. I'm just saying, like, in all technicality, Ratchet is a lot heavier. It's something you have to get used to. And then, it's not that hard to get used to, though. Because, again, that was... I know for a fact that was my fault. I'm not blaming the game. Okay, maybe I am a little bit. Didn't have to make Ratchet's jump so weighty, though. It doesn't look like it is, but it kind of is. But Ratchet 1 was pretty weighty, too, so... He didn't start getting much more, easier to control until, like, much later games. I'd say, like, you know, Future especially. Alright, you gotta time your jumps on this one. But they flip around so fucking fast to the fire version, but they don't do it for the other one, which is weird. Well, I mean, that's platformer 101 right there for you. Make things harder. So, we're gonna get a level 10 Future rifle before the end of this day, I'm sure, aren't we? Because that thing's been upgrading, like, constantly. I mean, it's pretty good, too. Like, I use it quite a bit. I'm just surprised I'm getting that much XP from it, from things. But then again, I am primarily fighting the bigger guys, so... that does help out a ton. As I'm sure we're no doubt well aware of that. Oh, I thought there was big guys coming. I saw the ground shake. But I want to go fight dumbass. But hey, we unlocked 2 new planets. Very nice. And we upgraded to a new suit. Green. Oh yeah, so this is the thing. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that, and we'll do that. There you go. Pretty neat. I guess we don't go. I guess we don't fight Shell Shock. I thought we did. Huh. I'll be damned. Let's see here. I'm on the very bottom there. Oh, well, Shell Shock's dead, though. That's what it says. So, I guess off to the new planets. Arbiter's pretty good. But anyway, that'll be it for this. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time for some more Ratchet Deadlocked. And of course, as always, take care, everybody.